Hey you, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Rosie Elizabeth for long. And you found my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, you can give me a thumbs up and watch my other videos, and you can subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, hi, thank you. I cannot believe you actually subscribed to this channel. This channel actually has 100 and something subscribers, 105 I think, 105 subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing, and welcome back to a new video. So as the title says, and as you guys can see in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I DIY / do simple straight feed-in braids. That's what the hair lingo is called, feed-in braids. But back home where I'm from, we used to call it Ghana weaving. But though Ghana weaving is a different way, but all the same we call it Ghana weaving. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this 4 all back feeding braids. This time I did four big ones, 1 2 3 4. Usually I do 6, between 6 and 4. I've never really done 2 though. I should do that because 2 is lesser than 4, but this tutorial I'm just going to show you how I do it. The same method I use in this tutorial is the same principle I apply whether I do 6 or whether I eventually would do 2 braids. It's the same thing. So yeah, this style is pretty simple. It's easy to make, it's easy to do. My hair is protected because underneath this braid, before I start anything, I make sure my hair is moisturized, oil, deep condition, all the works, you know, the Bible. Yeah, it's done before I put it, and my hair is kind of protected. All I need to do is just continually daily moisturize the exposed hair, like this in between the hair, take care of it, and I'm out. I know that my hair is protected, my hair is done, and I can face my activities in medical school, rotations and everything, because I don't have time for what I don't have time. And you will hear that from any medical student. So this style is pretty efficient and it's cute too. Like, I look cute, like my hair is protected and it gives me the cute factor. So that's definitely a plus. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today. And to achieve this style, I attempted to first of all, before we go any further, I just want to let you know that, disclaimer, I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro hairstylist. I'm just a beginner and I'm a learner. I'll keep getting better, I'll keep mastering the craft, but I'm not a pro. This is just how I do my hair and how I, make my environment and what I have planted work for me. So just bear that in mind that this is not a pro. I'm a starter. I'm actually learning. I watch a lot of hair videos from lots of big hair YouTubers, and I learn from them. I take their tips and I apply to my own environment and my situation, and I make it work for me. So just please keep it in mind, okay? I'm not a pro. So if you see any kind of mistake, very professional watching, I see any kind of mistake, don't judge me, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you in advance. So for this style, the first thing I did was that I did the African, they call it African threading method, but in Nigeria, we know it as you thread your hair. So I threaded my hair, and I'm going to show you guys how I did that to kind of give it a little bit of stretch, so that the hair is not all very compacted and coily. So the threading just kind of gave the hair a little bit of stretch, so I can put it in the braids and it will be neater. Of course, when you straighten and blow dry your hair, it's a lot more neater than what it would be if you thread it. But I don't want to put heat in my hair. I wanted to avoid it. It's not that serious, it's not that deep. If it was that serious and it was that deep, my hair, I can now do the whole process, but since it's not, I just settled for this. So I'm going to show you guys now how I achieved that step. Guys, here's my hair in a pineapple. I'm getting ready to take off the bands, and it's a relief because that pineapple be giving headaches. So anyways, I take my comb, my trusty comb. I need a new comb, and I'm going to try and find the center of my face so that I can divide my hair into 2 equal halves as much as possible. So I'm just tracing my from my nose to my head and I get the center, and I now try and straighten the line because it looked curved. So I find the center again, trace it with the edge of the comb, and
get a straight line, then further straighten the line more, push the comb there to take away any sort of curved edges, run it again, any hair, any flyaways, and try and get the hair to be straight. Then I go to the middle because those are the parts I can see, the front and the middle. So I try to make the front and the middle of the pattern straight. But when it comes to the back, I can't see the back and I don't have energy, honestly. So I just use my hand and eyeball it. So my back of my hair be looking crazy, but the front be looking okay. So I just eyeball it and do that. So now I'm checking to see if the two halves are equal, and I now pack away, still ensure I don't close the parts, and I now pack away one side and keep so that I can work on the other half first. Okay, so for this half, what I want to do is divide it into two parts. So I trace the edge or the arch of my eyebrows, follow it into my hair, and try and straighten the line for the front part. Make sure that it's in straight. There is no kind of bendy or curvy. Then I do the same thing again, use my hand and just trace it down to the middle. I saw that there was some curveness, so I just went back in with my comb and tried to straighten it and just assess that the two parts they are equal, to say the least. Then I pack out one half and keep it so that I could thread that part. So for the part I'm threading, the first thing I do is to wet my hair to make sure to just soften it. I should mention though that my hair before this process has been washed, moisturized, and everything. So I'm just wetting my hair so that I can comb it as you're seeing now, to make sure that there is no tangles or knots or whatnot. I take my trusty thread. You can pretty much use any thread for this process. Rubber thread is, I feel like rubber thread is more effective though, because when I was home I used to do rubber. It used to really straighten my hair. So, but I don't have rubber thread, I just have this one. So I'm just gripping the hair now, taking the thread and start wrapping around that section of hair. I know my hair looks like it's tight and I'm pulling it, but that's not the case. I didn't start at the base of my hair, I started a bit away. So I'm just holding the thread in my mouth so I can comb out the edge, because you want to comb out the edge of your hair because that's where all your curls are. Just give it a comb so that your curls straighten, which is why I poured water on my hair to soften it more so that it won't be a hassle. Then as I comb, I wrap with the thread, make sure it's straight, make sure there are no knots, comb, wrap with the thread like that. I just held the thread in my mouth because I'm a bushy girl sometimes. Then this is the tying place. The tying, when you're tying off this threading, the threaded hair, do not tie it tight, if not it will give you trouble. I fell prey to this. There was one particular one I tied tight and it was hell loosening it. So just one knot is okay, just making sure that when you sleep it doesn't loosen. So this is the part of the hair that I stretch, as you can see. It's good. So I'm going to work on this second half now. Same thing there. So I finished that half. I'm back to this half. I'm going to do this one, and I've done it. And I'm going to repeat the same process for the final section of hair in the 4-part braid. Make sure I gather all my hair together, hold this, make sure all the hair is there, take my thread and wrap it well, wrap. Don't forget, comb the ends, comb it to make sure your hair is all there. Then tie, do not tie it tight, then cut it with the scissors. So that's the 4 braids I'm going to do, all threaded out so that you can stretch. Yeah, but we're dancing now. So I just take that and press it down so I don't look like a spider woman or a crazy person. So this is the back of the, like I said, the back is always going to look crazy, but it's whatever.
Okay, so I did these 2 braids already off camera so that I can build momentum for the remainder of this two. Because I don't know if I'm the only one that experiences this, but leave a comment down below and tell me, whenever you make your hair or you braid your hair, is the first couple of braids, maybe the first 2-3 braids, are they usually not good? I can't be the only one that experiences that. So I use the super to kind of build momentum and figure out how much attachment I'm going to feed into the hair, because feeding braids. So I use them to kind of figure out how much. And for this smaller one, which mirrors this on this side, I use 4 feeding braids. I fed in 4 braids, 4 attachments. Then for this bigger one, I fed in 5 to kind of get to this side, and I'm comfortable with this side, so I'm just going to do the same thing here now. Quick one to note though, I put in my threading, like the threading method. I did this on Tuesday afternoon, that kind too, in the afternoon, and today is Friday. It's Friday morning still. So these threads have been in my hair for like over 2 days now, but not really 3 days. So let's just say 2 days, around 2 days. So I just said, let me inform you guys about that whole parole, that's what's going on, that's what's up. I'm going to start with this one, this particular one, and like I said, I fed in 5 for this one, so I'm going to repeat the same thing here. I already have my 5 braids separated on my working station, my working table, but the wind is just, it's hurricane season on the island, so the wind is blowing and kind of trying to trash everything, but we'll figure it out. Whenever you take off the threads, it's always good to be careful, because you know the whole natural hair, be careful with your ends and all of that. So I tried to make sure that when I knotted the bottom part or knotted the ends of the thread, I wasn't too tight with it, so I could easily just pull it out like this and just drag, and I won't have to cause damage to the ends of my hair, because like you know, or if you don't know, the ends of your hair, which are this part, are the weakest part because they're the oldest part of your hair. So you always have to protect them so they don't break, especially if you want to retain length. So if you want to retain length, you have to protect them. Because if they break off, you're not going to retain length. So this is the hair. This is this section after the stretching for a little bit over 2 days. So I'm just going to separate this first of all with my hand. I detangled, as you guys already saw, so combing should be easy. I just run a comb through it to kind of get it spaced out for me to braid. Then also cover the ends of the bottom part of, you know how the back part of your hair has those tiny curls that form. So I just want to just see if I can get those ones to kind of just come into the braids. Punk rock. Okay, so if I'm looking this way, like I said, I have my laptop screen, which I'm using as a makeshift mirror.
I'm taking my Shine and Jam gel and I'm going to apply this around the edges of that section of hair that I have unthreaded. This is just going to tame any flyaways and further help my type 4 hair smoothing down and make it look neat and all of that good stuff. So you can smoothen it down, you can kind of smooth down the hair with your hands or your comb, not the comb aspect but the opposite aspect, to just give your hair that smooth effect. A little goes a long way. If your hair is more dense than mine, you can apply more, but just apply as your hair needs. Then I start braiding. Usually when I braid, I like to start off with my hair first before I start adding in the feeding braid. So I weave and I add the first feeding braid. Like I mentioned earlier, this section is the final section. I lost the clip for the middle section that I was braiding, so I just decided to show you guys the final braid and it's paining me. But I fed in 4 braids into the section. I've added one, now I'm adding the second one. So I put in the braids under, I put in the braiding hair under the hair, grip it with my hand, pull it to the other side, detangle and weave, take another braid. I hope this is making sense. Well, as you guys can see what I'm doing. I take another braid, I put it under the braid, hold it with my hand, bring the one edge of, because I'm weaving with 3, bring one under, go over under, just weave with my hair. As you guys can see, I take in the final one, which is the 4th one, I put it under, I hold with my hand, I secure it in, weave it in together with the rest, and just weave and weave and just go over, under, over, under, over, under. That's kind of the rhythm with weaving. If you know how to weave, this is going to be easy for you, but I don't know how to properly describe weaving, but you guys can visualize what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm not on it to decide properly, but this is what I have. Anyways, my hand was really paining me here because of the weaving. So fair warning, if you're going to DIY your hair, your hand will pain you. So I'm just weaving now. I've gotten to the end of the hair. I turn it over and I weave down. I just complete the braiding down, 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 down. So you guys can see it now. You see what the shine and jam did to the hair? The hair looks neat. It looks like there's no flyaways. All my curls are cooperating. So I just weave down, and when I get to the edge of the hair, I like to twist instead of weaving. You know this tiny part, I like to twist it. I don't like to weave it because
after I finish braiding, so typically, right, you soak the ends of your hair into hot water, and whenever you make it yourself and soaking it by yourself into water, if you can do that, feel free, do that. Get a bowl of water, soak it, be careful, make sure you don't burn yourself. But what I like to do is that I take a towel, a small towel, and I soak the towel in hot water, then I try to squeeze it out because it's hot. So this towel is hot, a little bit warm, it's getting warmer. I just run it through the hair like this. So I just use the warm towel and just press it, so that way I don't have to, you know, soak my hair into hot water. I can control the odds more with a towel than a towel. How do you say towel? Towel. So I can control the odds more with something. So I just run it through until it gets cold, and it's just to make the hair less stiff than it was when I finished braiding it. So this is how it is now. And yeah, that's it. You can also, as well, if you feel like you need to, you can as well trim the ends of your hair. You can trim the ends. You can look in the mirror and just trim any flyaways that you find and some of that. Okay, so I don't think I see any flyaways immediately that I need to trim, but if I do find, I'm going to trim them away. But yeah, that's it. All right, so I went to change my top into a better shirt and I put on makeup, because usually for most hair tutorials that I've seen here on YouTube, after they finish the hair, they usually kind of get dolled up, and I guess to give us a view as to what the hair looks like when you're all dressed up, and I did that. So I didn't do anything too complicated for makeup. I just put on foundation, wing liner, lipstick, and of course hoops. Hoops make everything better, period. So what I'm going to do now is I have some hair accessories right here. I love accessories, like, I don't know, I just like accessories are one of my staples. Like, they make everything better, honestly, in my opinion. So I like my earrings, I like my hair accessories, some body accessories, you know, anklets, bangles and whatnot. I'm just going to put on some accessories because they will elevate the style. This style is very simple. There's nothing complicated about it. It didn't even take as long as I anticipated to make. So accessories is going to take it from simple to gorgeous. Okay, yeah, so that's it, guys. That's the final look. Let me give you some slow motion. So that, you guys, that's the final look, that's the final hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm not a pro, like I said at the beginning. This is just how I DIY my hair, you know, easy peasy, I do it. I'm off to my rotation and my schoolwork. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.